Hello, so this is day 4 of the fat fast that I've been doing. Just a quick update here. So today I didn't really get any time to drink tea with cream in it. I didn't get very much time to drink at all. So I got back and I had a little bit of time before going to my personal training session, and I was aware of this and feeling really a little bit low. Really hungry. Like, I got proper hunger pangs today, like stomach grumbling, which is probably to do with the fact that I wasn't really drinking that much. Anyway, I went to my personal training session. Oh no, before that I had like 2 spoons of cream. I mixed a tiny bit of cocoa powder in it, which is no carbohydrates, no sugar. It was just the really dark stuff. Had that. Took 2 green tea tablets which have caffeine in them, and 2 K10 tablets which has a whole mix of stuff in it, L-carnitine, raspberry ketones, as well as green tea and white tea, and I think like green coffee and extract, and kind of fat burner stimulant things. So that got me through. My personal trainer commented that my stamina was improving, that I was needing less rest breaks, and things were going well basically. So it was hard, it always is. I was really tired afterwards, so I got back. Oh yeah, the other thing I noticed was during my personal training session, my tummy was really going for it, and I was getting like acid reflux and feeling like burping and gas, and afterwards this continued. I had trapped wind, like farting and burping, which I haven't done since the fasting, so that was interesting. Obviously it was shifting some stuff. So I got back and I was like, oh, I don't need to eat anything. I just had a couple of glasses of the Diet Cloudy lemonade. That's all I wanted. And then I felt really odd about 8:15. Continued to feel odd, tingling, weird sensation on my tongue. I'd already taken my supplements and stuff. I'd had lemon water that day, earlier that day. Had been drinking water because I went to my personal training session, so just like to, I know I say, I don't like water, but I do drink water when I exercise. I think that's important. So I had water, and basically had done everything right, and just felt really like weak and drained. So as the hunger pangs, like the rumbling of my stomach and my stomach doing weird things hadn't passed, I did have a small meal today. I say a small meal, not really much meal. I had 2 like small, like yay-sized, if you can see that, sort of chicken thighs, wrapped in bacon, that were left over from the other night, with some bit of mozzarella and blue cheese. That they were just like leftover stuff from the other night, and half an avocado. So I did eat that today. So I'm still fasting, or well, dieting, reduce calories basically. It was still under the 500 calories for the day because I'd only had 3 teas with cream, at 60 calories per cup, I think it is. So, yeah, and the bit of cream earlier, so it's still, excuse me, see, just burped then, this is what's been happening all day. So yeah, still technically on the fast, as I've kept below the 500 calories. Have eaten, not feeling disappointed in myself at all. I think it was important to listen to my body, and obviously there was something that I needed that I hadn't got, because as soon as I had it, I felt much better on myself. However, what was really interesting was I didn't enjoy eating it It was really odd. It felt really alien to my body, like I thought I'd be eating and I'd just like absolutely fall in love with the taste and savour the smell and everything. And actually, like, I wasn't really eating because I wasn't ravenous. I wasn't eating because I was ravenous. I was eating because my body needed something. It was missing something. But I wasn't eating for enjoyment, which is new for me. I have always been somebody that enjoys their food, and I was a bit frightened, to be honest. I know it sounds weird to be frightened of eating food, but yeah, I was a bit worried. Frightened's probably a bit extreme, but a bit worried about eating anything, because I was thinking to myself, well, what if I just suddenly go mental and ravenous and then I can't stop? Because that's kind of how I felt earlier before my personal training session when I had the cream, and I had to like really like just have the 2 spoons and say, no, that's it, I'm gonna put the cream down, which I did. But when I actually had the food, the chicken and the bacon and the avocado, like, that didn't happen. I was actually like having to almost force myself to consume it all, because my head and my body were saying, you don't you don't want this food, you're not enjoying this food, why are you eating this food? But then I was sort of thinking in my head, well, I'm eating it and I'm feeling a bit better, so I probably need it. So anyway, yeah, still, I mean, it's not technically just fat eating the chicken and bacon, that's going to have some protein in it, so I've probably given myself a wee insulin spike. But the other reason that I decided actually like eating was probably a good idea is because I'd done this really intense 1 hour personal training session. And because I'd done this 1 hour personal training session, I think that kind of, in my mind, it was like, well, yeah, it's definitely okay to eat the food because you've just gone and really exerted your body. Like, I really pushed myself and I was really sweating and breathless. It was cardio and resistance, so a whole full body workout kind of thing. So yeah, I do genuinely believe that my body needed that sustenance, perhaps some salt or whatever was in there that I just wasn't getting by drinking alone. All sorts of micronutrients I think were in there. So I'm still sort of technically fasting, even though I have eaten. I'm sticking to that sub 500 calories. And tomorrow I'm gonna go all day, like basically do a 24-hour fast on nothing but tea with cream in it. And then tomorrow evening, when my other half is back from his week away at work, I will enjoy having dinner with him, which will be very late because he goes and plays badminton and doesn't come back till late. So yeah, that will be 5 days, and then on Friday I'm busy all day again, so I probably won't eat again until we go out on Friday to the cinema. So I guess kind of technically that would be 6 days, but then definitely over the weekend I will be properly eating. So yeah, progress so far. The tape measure was under 31 today, not by much, but a little bit. So there's been a small bit of movement there. But I started on Sunday morning at 62.1 kilograms, and I weighed this morning at 60.8 kilograms. So it'll be interesting to see what effect the food has had today. I'll go and weigh myself tomorrow morning and see if that's made a big difference or not. I realise I've kind of rambled on a bit longer than I was intending to, so I'll stop there and continue my update tomorrow. Thanks for listening.